So welcome back to the channel, and I don't even know what day it is. No, it's a Friday, and I am in the Gulf. I am taking it for a service to VW. Now the thing about this service is it's the 4-year service. So we've had the car 4 years. It's done in the 4 years because we've had various lockdowns. We've had a baby in that time as well, so one of us wasn't working, and it's done 21,000 miles in 4 and a bit years because we bought it brand new, and it came with 3-year servicing. So it didn't come with 3-year servicing. We paid for the 3 years of servicing. I just realized I'm going the long way around. Yeah, I've gone the really long way around. So it came with, we paid for 3-year servicing, which was only about 150 quid or something. So I thought that's, or we thought, that's such a bargain, we'll pay for it. And every service has been a bit, okay. A change of oil, whatever it's been. The one problem we did have was under warranty, we had to have both the headlights changed. And that's because they steamed up. And the first time I phoned up, and the guy said to me, oh, that's quite common, just drive it with the lights on and they'll dry out. And I said to him, but they're LED, they're not going to heat up. And I booked it in, but I did that anyway, just in case, and it didn't. So the lights had to be changed at a cost of, to the dealership or back to the factory, of something like 2.5 grand. But fortunately we didn't have to pay that because they were properly steamed up, water was pooling in them. Now, so when I get the call saying, hello, Mr. Flat Cap driver, your car is due for its annual service. And I went, all right, okay, why was that so far forward? And I said, oh, which service is it? And they went, oh, it's the big one, it's going to cost like 400 and something pounds. What are you going to do that's 400 quid on a modern car? Unless they do the Campbell. I guess you'd do the Campbell, wouldn't you? I don't know. You have 4 years? Because they used to say it was 5 years or something like 70,000 miles, whichever came first. The time lapses seems to have reduced. I don't know, maybe they still broke, but you'd think cam belt technology would have improved. Anyway, so I'm going to take it in, and then when I pick it up, which will be much later today, and it'll probably be dark, so I might not be able to do a video, but I will do a video then of the checklist they've done. Now, I took it for an MOT and I didn't take it to VW, I took it to a local garage, and the guy, when he handed it back to me, he said this car is still mint, is the word that he used, underneath. He said it just looks like a brand new car. And I thought, well, it should, but 4 years, that's 4 winters in the UK. So I don't know. Anyway, I suspect they'll say things like, you should probably change your tyres, you should probably change your brake pads, you probably need a brake service, you probably need an air conditioning service, you probably need a coolant replacement, you probably need blah 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 blah. So let's see how it goes, and I'll let you know. On the Boxster front, still no progress, but that's going to be any day soon, so stay tuned. I might cut that bit out. Anyway, yeah, so let's wait and see what VW say. Onwards. So I've just picked up the car. So it was the 4-year service, the 40,000 mile service, even though it's only done 21,000 miles. It cost £354. So it was the first one that I paid for, because I paid 139 or 129 pounds for 3 years of servicing. So it's had 3 oil changes before. So this is supposed to be a slightly bigger service. Now I'm going to tell you what the breakdown is. So the cost was £354. Okay, so it's had Castrol Magnatec synthetic oil, reset service reminder. It's had oil pollen plugs and a visual inspection, and it's had a drain plug cleaner. I don't know what that is. And all of that before VAT came to £295, and after VAT £354. There's a couple of things advised, which is the wipers are smearing, they need changing, and the 2 rear tyres have cuts in them, so they need to be replaced, and they would cost £163 each. £163.48 fitted. But the front 2 tyres are new anyway, so everything else is great. It's due an aircon service, which is £139, which I've not had done. And the wipers would have been, they could have fitted for £43.80. Okay, so I've paid £354, but it actually needs another, according to the dealership, 377, 477. It needs £510 spending on it, another, according to the dealership. Okay, so that was that. The book is stamped and everything is all hunky-dory, except it's not. So, as you know, the seat's all wrong. As you know, I have had this car or my wife has had this car for 4 years. And we've done 21,000 miles, and that was the 4th service. So, now the thing is, every time I bring it to the dealership, they ask me, because I'm the one who brings it in, for some reason I'm always the one who's available, but also I used to work by the dealership, so I used to bring it, and this time I'm not working, so I should bring it. So anyway, every time I bring it to the dealership, they ask me, would I like it washed? Now, they don't have detailers, they just have somebody who washes cars, right? So I always say no, because I think they're going to make a mess of it. And what happens every time is they wash it, and what they do is they sponge it down with all the muck on it. Now, I know I'm not one for washing cars, I just don't, but when I do it properly. Foam it down, power off all the loose dirt, foam it down, power it off, and then dry it. And probably once in a blue moon when the planets align, I might polish it, which I've never done to this car. But what they do is they just sponge it down with all the mud on it. And it's got the most insane swirls on it. And every time, I just suck it up, I bite my tongue, and I walk away. And this time, when I went in and I dropped it off this morning, the guy said, would you like it washed, sir? And I said, no, thank you. And I watched him, and he was writing all the stuff down that was going to happen to the car, and I said to him, can you please make sure you write down that it isn't washed? I don't want it washed. And he confirmed it wasn't going to be washed. And then I looked down and he wrote no wash at the top in black pen. So when I got there and I saw it, as soon as it came up, it had been washed. And guess what? It's got the worst swirls in it ever. I mean, insane swirls in the paint. And I couldn't help it. I went ballistic. I called the guy out. I said, what the fuck? And I went every single time. I explained to him, every time I bring it here, I cannot bring it here again. What the fuck are you guys doing? On top of that, and this kind of stuff matters to me, I went into the toilet and the toilet was mucky. As in, it had a hygiene thing, hourly clean. And I'm not going to name and shame them. I'm not going to say which one they are, where they are. but it said an hourly clean thing, and today it is 5:30 on a Friday, and it had been cleaned up until about midday on Thursday, and it was just gross. There was 993. There was lots of paper towels all over the floor. The basin was mucky. The toilet was mucky. I didn't want to touch anything. And that kind of stuff's important when you go into a dealership and you're paying £354 for an oil change and some spark plugs. And if you would just say, yeah, I want all the things that need doing done, and then you go, actually, that's £1,000 that would cost. £1,000 just to do the stuff that needs doing on a 4-year-old car that's got next to no mileage on it. So anyway, the guy was trying to calm me down, and to be fair, I felt a bit bad because I properly kicked off, and I just said to him, I would normally just let it go if it was a one-off thing, but it's the 4th time in a row, and the previous couple of times actually I got it corrected. When I got it cleaned, had a micron taken off the lacquer, and I said, I'm not doing it again. It's just, that's it, I'm just not coming back here again. It's just ridiculous. I can go to a specialist, small specialist, who's just, they'll probably be pleased that they don't have to wash it. He went in, and he was really apologetic. Came back out because I know he was going to look at the paperwork, and I went, it's written right at the top, no wash. So he came out and he went, yep. And the guy who actually input it into the system came out and he said, I'm sorry, it's my fault. As soon as he said, I'm sorry, it's my fault, and he just took responsibility and accountability, and you know what, I calmed down, because that's what customer service is. Most of the time, places and garages turn around and go, fuck you, Mr. Customer, you're wrong. You're gonna have to work your fucking ass off just to prove that I've done something. But he just put his hands up straight away, and I was calm by then anyway. So, but he also went a step further. He went back to see his manager, and he came back and he said, look, I'm going to give you this piece of paper, and it's going to get you your next service on us. And I thought, you know what, I'll take that, because that's how much it's going to cost me to correct the paint. So, you know, it's because he said, well, what would you like us to do? And I'm like, well, you're not going to pay for it to be corrected, are you? So I don't know what you can do about it. I just need you to, I need it noted that I'm not happy. And finally, a dealership went above and beyond. I mean, admittedly, when people go, well, actually, you paid 354 quid for an oil change, basically, and some plugs. Something that, yes, a lot of people say to me, my friends say to me, but out of all the people that we know, you're the only one who could probably just do that on your driveway in an hour. But I don't want to. And also, the car, it still needs that. It's still that new that I want the stamp. And I mean, maybe this would have been the last one, or maybe the next one would have been the last one, I don't know. But the next one, obviously, is definitely going to be there, because I've got the letter that says it's going to be done there. Assuming the dealership's still there, knowing my luck, they'll go bust. But anyway, I'm not pleased, because I'd rather not have the free service. I'd rather just not have the paint messed up, because I don't want microns of lacquer taken off. So I'm gonna have to go and find like a mega detailer who's gonna give it, just make it look brand new. And it's only got 2 actually mini scratches on it, and 1 on the wheel. It's not like a curved wheel, it's a slight swirl in the corner, so someone could just fix that, that's fine. But otherwise it's just absolutely immaculate. It's just mucky. So, well, it's not mucky now. I wish it was mucky and not effing swirly. Anyway, that's what's happened today. 40,000 mile service, which is actually a 4-year-old, so it's more the 48-month service, because I'm on 21k. So in sunlight is blinding me. So the 50k service they're going to do, I've got to just not lose that letter. But what's this person doing? Why can they not see that I'm about to join the motorway? Jeez. But I'm and just quickly on the Boxster thing, I talked to Jack, so we're all fired up. We're going to do it in a couple of days, do that video, and hopefully in the next video after this one, fingers crossed, famous last words, should be about the Boxster. And it's going to be a bit unorthodox. It might just be a train wreck, the awful one, but it'll just be cobbled together from video footage on my GoPro, on my, hopefully the audio will stand up, and I might have to just do interview style with Jack. Or I can't, if it works, I can't take it out. Because, why can't I take it out? Because it's sawned. I haven't got it road taxed. But what I might do is I'll speak to him and say, can I leave my 911 there, my 996, and take the Boxster? That's what I'll do. But then it all depends on whether it's got petrol in as well, because not petrol shortage, because people went a bit bonkers on the petrol thing. So I feel like I'm just rambling on now. I'm not rambling on. I'm talking about dealerships, why they're called dealerships, and that I think today they kind of redeemed themselves a little bit. But I wouldn't advise kicking off though. I just was so annoyed because I was thinking, I wasn't expecting it. I was thinking, no, I've said this time. I've been clear. I said to him, look, I ask for this every time. Do not wash the car because you make a mess of it. Please don't wash it. And he went, no, I'll write it down. I'll take care of it. And then there's so many people who work at the dealership. It goes from one person to another, to another, to another, to another, that, you know, at a small garage, it's probably the person who's fixing it. The mechanic's probably going to be the one washing it. And they probably don't even offer a wash service, which is probably the better thing to do. I'm stressed out now. It's Friday. I think I might have to have a drink. Yes. That is what I'm going to do. And then I also still need to do the estate thing because my friend's Land Rover Series 2 isn't fixed. So I can't use that to clear the garden. Also, the planning permission should be going in for the garage build. So I'm hoping next week I'll be able to do sort of step one, not step one, step one, part one of the great big garage build. I don't know if anyone's going to watch that. I also need to get another 400 subscribers so I can get my wife to review the 996. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think she's just said when you get 1,000 subscribers because she thinks I'll never get to 1,000. Because at the rate that I'm going, it's going to take another 2 years. I said that earlier, didn't I? There's been a big gap between the first part of this video and the second part. I say a big gap. I dropped it off at 10:30 and I picked it up at 5. Well, no, I was there for 35 minutes, so it's a bit of a big rant. So yeah, but it's had new plugs after 4 years, after 20,000 miles. Probably didn't need them, but do you know what? Just need to keep it being serviced properly. And then there's that thing, I don't normally sell cars. I know I sold the Audi because it was too good to just bin. Normally I just drive them into the ground and bin them. I don't think I want to live long enough to drive this one into the ground. And normally I just don't look after them properly. I don't service them properly, and they just die a slow and agonizing death, and then I throw them away. Whereas this one, I can't do that because firstly, we're still paying for it. Secondly, it's not mine. And thirdly, it's a damn nice car. I love it for the day-to-day drive. It's fantastic. But what I do like is also having my 996. Now, if I leave my 996 at Jack's and I use the Boxster for a few weeks because, you know, I'm gonna have a bit of insurance, I can't go anywhere with the whole family. So I am going to, and also I need some dry weather because I'm going to be scrubbing the hell out of cleaning it. Anyway, that's it. End of story. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting like, the comments, the people subscribing. I need to get the level of subscribers up, so I'm going to start doing a bit more of a campaign on Instagram. I might do a sponsored post saying help me. No, I won't be saying that. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing. So Blackadder word. I've had security. The word is security. Yes, security. Okay, and catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.